First of all, let's get the YouTube stream running. Both sides of the coin are now active. And then from there, we can boot on over into Bitcraft. I've already started the game up. And here we go. There we go. I think for today, I actually kind of want to let the in-game music play for us for a bit. So I'm gonna boost up our in-game music for a bit, and we'll see kind of how it flows from there. But yeah, as you can see, we're currently not home. I went out to another settlement, another claim to the north here. This is Jita 4, which is the one right next to the rock garden, because this is where you can find the tier 3 fibers. And so what I've been doing is I've been collecting and trying to make a bunch of sturdy spools of thread, so tier 3 thread, so that we can make a lot of rope. As you can see, there's a good bit of plant fibers that have been collected so far, which is going to turn into a good supply of spools of thread as well. So hopefully this will lead to a lot of rope and a lot of cloth that we can make. So that should at least keep us sated for the time being. But we've got a project of 25,000 effort about to go here. So we're going to be busy for a bit. But yeah, in the time since then, what I've gone and done is I've done a little bit of market, market trading, both in this settlement and in Talport, down here. Both are like really big, like well-developed cities. This one not as much as Talport, so I haven't done as much trading around here, but I've done a lot of trading in Talport, just like buying cheaper resources off of their market, processing it into more expensive resources, and then selling it, which gave me a bunch of money, which I then used to buy some resources to upgrade my gear a little bit. So I've actually upgraded a few of my tools. I upgraded my bow to Imarium to tier 3, and I actually upgraded both my smithing hammer, mining, like my pickaxe, my axe, and my saw all up to tier 4. To just make all of the resource processing go a bit faster. I want to do the scissors soon as well. I want to do all of these obviously to tier 3, and then most of them can already go up to tier 4. So what I've been doing is when the tasks reset, basically, which I actually think I still need to do for this reset. I don't think I've actually done any of the tasks for this reset. I haven't, but I'll probably might skip this reset. But when the tasks reset, I basically go down to visit, I buy some resources off complete the tasks, because they sell a decent amount of resources cheaper than what the task gives you in terms of gold back, so that gives a little bit of money back. And then basically just a bunch of trading back and forth down there, get some money, and then upgrade. And we were lucky enough that of those upgrades, the smithing hammer actually went up to rare. And so did the carpentry saw. So we've actually got 2 rare tools already, which is really sick, because the upgrade difference is quite big. The normal tier 4 has a power of 16, whereas the rare has a power of 20. So making it rare basically increases the power by another 4 points. Which I believe, if I am not mistaken, if you didn't have any rarity whatsoever, so if it was just all common all the way up, a power of 20 is essentially equivalent to a common tier 10 tool in terms of power. Which is crazy because we're only at tier 4 right now. So, yeah. we're looking pretty good. Also, hi Kaylin, welcome on in. Great work. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a nice project to work on. It's been nice giving me something to like spice up in between like gathering the tier 3 resources and stuff to work on the improving the claim. So what I've basically done whenever I've been online is I would do a bit of work towards improving the claim, and then when the reset would come around, I would go to teleport, I would do some trading, I would make some money, and then usually I would use that money straight away to upgrade one of my tools. And then I would cycle back around and do that again after the next like reset. And it's been good. But yeah, we're gonna be collecting all of these spools of thread, and then I am gonna put that all onto the skiff over there, stock it up, and then hopefully we'll have a decent amount of resources to bring back home. What I'll probably want to do, I'm not sure if, I think in terms of thread we'll be pretty sorted now, so maybe what I'll do is on the way back, because we gotta sail down this way essentially. On the way back, I might stop at like one of these islands here and chop some tier 3 trees to stock a bit more logs and bring those back, or maybe even process some additional planks while we're here, because we are in a calm forest, so there is tier 3 wood around here. So I might do some wood processing as well. We'll see how that goes. But yeah. Hey, just mostly lurking. Thank you, I appreciate the lurk. I hope you're having a good day. I hope it is treating you well so far. And yeah, no pressure for any yappage or whatnot. Lurking is the backbone of Twitch, after all. And we're all here to be comfy cool today. But yeah, the other nice thing that I've had with running around to all these different settlements is kind of seeing how people have decorated and like patterns and setups that people have. Like this, for example, with these farms. Well, what I probably want to do as well for us is make something similar to this with like the long rows of farms, using the long ones, the 5x1s, and making like patches, something similar to this. So we have a nice big farming area to grow our crops in later. We need the space before we can do that, but obviously. But it gives us something, again, something to work towards. Nope, ran out of stamina. That's probably gonna happen a few times on this project. But hey, after this all gets halved as well, actually. I just realized. To turn it into cloth strips, it takes 2 to 1. So we've got 150 cloth strips is still 150 tier 3 rope, so that's like way over what we need. Plus there's already 100 in here, so that's another 50. So we'll have 200, just over 200 cloth strips worth, which will allow us to make a good amount of cloth and or rope. So that should keep us sated for both for the stations, because the stations still needed rope, which was why I went out to do this in the first place. But then I thought if I just overgather and get us a lot of extra supply, then we can use that to also work on tool upgrades. We can start upgrading our tools to tier 3 as well. Yeah. How's that little guy? Look at him. Hard at work. I've also had some upgrades or outfit changes, as you can see. We unlocked a few more of the outfit achievements. I've gotten the forager stuff the miner stuff, the smith stuff, and I believe the forester and carpenter stuff I already had the last time we played. But yeah, we've gotten a good few extra outfits to play with as well, which is where I've now strapped this little outfit together, which I think is primarily forager and carpenter. Yeah, sorry, forager and forester. Yeah, I've got forester's gloves and legs, the forager's shirt and boots, and then the miner's belt. Because I kind of like the little brown belt with the little bag on the side. And then eventually when we can get the scholar stuff up, that's when it's going to get real fun. Because that's when we're going to have purple. Which is my goal. I have all my tools as Feralith now, no more flint. Let's go! Yeah, just let me know when you wanna, when you need /want to upgrade any to not Feralith, Pyrolite, and we can start working on that as well. And yeah, what my goal is now is because we've got about 5 stations, I think, that we need to finish building. And then once that's done, we'll have all of our stations, at least one tier 3 version. I've kept the tier 2 passive crafters for now. We might eventually replace those with all tier 3 passive crafters, but that'll be a project for later. At least for now, we'll have at least one tier 3 of everything, and then for the passive crafters, we'll have an extra as a tier 2. Which, I mean, we could also still keep, because we will probably be processing a lot of tier 1 and tier 2 resources anyway. Oh dear, it's raining. 1 second, the window's open. Okay. Saved my room from flooding. Anyway. But yeah, I want to get our stations sorted, because then from there we can work on more personal projects again. Because once the stations are all up, then we can work on re-rolling everybody's tools so that we can try and get everybody to uncommon tools at least. And like uncommon clothes. And we can also work on getting a few, like start upgrading stuff to tier 3 as well in terms of tools. I've been preemptively doing little batches of hunting the tier 3 animals near us. And just stocking that up in the bank so long. Oh my god, those red eyes in the background are terrifying. But I've been preemptively already doing some little batches of hunting on tier 3 animals. Because then we'll be able to process those soon. Once the last few stations are done. And then that'll get us all the tier 3 leather we need to start upgrading stuff. And building, like making more tools. So yeah, we're well on our way to starting big upgrade town. God dang, that rain came absolutely out of nowhere. Level up. Look at the pretty glow. And we ran out of stamina right after the upgrade. Right after the level up. someone has the rodent. I know, I see it. There's a little rodent over here. He's just watching. Wait, where's my owl? What happened to my owl? There he is. Why'd you disappear off the little guy? There we go. There we go. Almost typed that in my question! Oh, that would have been so funny. Your co-workers are just like casually doing their thing, hard at work, and then suddenly they just see a message from you that goes, "Someone has the rodent!" Huh? Oh my god, I would have been living. I know they probably think I'm weird, but... God, could you imagine? Could you imagine you're just chilling, you're just at work, you're just doing your thing, you're vibing. And then one of your coworkers just randomly screams that someone has a rodent. Out of nowhere. Perfection. Creasing up. Ah, perfection. Absolute perfection. On that note, I'm gonna go finish up work. Okie dokie, Ruby. Good luck, good luck. I hope it goes well. I didn't actually check much in terms of the hats that we've unlocked so far. Let's see what the hats look like for all of these outfits. Head. We got you. Not really a big fan of the little slap cloth. This one obviously matches the rest of the outfit, but again, don't really like the shape of it. You're fun, but no, not really big on the mining hat either. And then this one's cute. Again, I kind of like it, but I'm not that big of like the wrapped cloth on the head, you know? So we're just gonna leave that as is. Right. Hi, Nether. Hello. How is Nether doing today? How is cutie patootie Nether doing? Jimmy can't change colors. I know, right? That would be nice. It would be really nice if we could change the color of this. I mean, we can also just hide the hat for now. Because, like, I like the look of the leather hat here. And I hope eventually to find a hat that matches this kind of aesthetic. But until then, probably leave it just like this. Yeah. Now they got the magic hug. That's pure comedy gold, Ruby. Poor Ruby, man. Just trying to write. Keyboard won't work with her. Yeah, let's see. Bam. There you go. There's your beauty angle. Got a special hug. You did indeed. You received a magical hug even. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Apparently only can't... What? Apparently only can't speak but also cannot spell in my old age. Yes. Right now Atlas is chasing a flying raisin. He's just a hungry boy, Star. You gotta give him more food, obviously. He's obviously just too hungry. Yeah, that made no sense to give up. I'm now mute. No, we understood what you meant. We understood what you meant. You're all good, Ruby. You're all good. Oh dear. Poor Ruby, man. Poor Ruby. I'm glad someone did. I was reading a back going, what? I've been there. I've been there many a time, so don't worry. Okay. Oh yeah. I gotta wait for the food. That hat's cute. See, that's a cute hat. That's something I'd rock. Okay. Stamina's almost full again. We're almost halfway there, chat. What about... Bad angle. Wait, I'm gonna frame the little bird. There we go. We got a framed birdie. Look at him just chilling over there. This little guy. Little bird. Thank you for the stretch, Joe. Alright, let's do a quick little... And the hydrate. Remember, chat, if I have to hydrate, then so do you. You better drink some water, or else the owl will run away. Yeah. You don't want that, do you? Also, there's about to be an ad starting in a few seconds. So, I'll try to avoid talking or at least responding to any comments from anybody that isn't sub to make sure that you don't, you know, miss out on that. And any of the riveting gameplay will wait until after the break, so don't worry. All you're going to be missing is some scissors cutting through cloth. Are there any purple outfits? There are. There are. So, I know in terms of the purely decorative outfits, we've got the scholar outfits are purple. But also... the cloth and leather stuff, and the armor, of course, all gets some coloring based on the tier that they're at. So, for example, the tier 3 cloth gear actually starts to have green on it. And, like, has green coloring, and, like, obviously it has its own model, but it also has green in, like, built into its design. So, if I remember correctly, tier 5... I believe, is purple. So the tier 5 cloth and leather is gonna have purple in it. And I cannot wait to get to that point so that I can use that stuff, because oh my god! Bro! It's gonna make me a very happy little guy. That's all I can say. I'm gonna be such a happy little guy. I want the pink hair, but it's like 5,000 coins. Maybe more? Yeah. The best thing I would say is like you can definitely save up for that by doing the tasks and stuff like that. And what I eventually want to set up is like a storage spot, or not a storage spot, sorry, like a bartering stall. So I've seen a couple people do this in like their claims and like the bigger claims, and I think will be fun to add to ours as well. Is you can create a bartering stall near the traders.
Millie is a cutie patootie.
I'm gonna remove TTS. If TTS disappears, chat, you know why. You know why. I take full responsibility. Already seen. Higher cost, yeah. Maybe we'll double the TTS costs. There'll be TTS inflation, chat. We're gonna have TTS inflation as a result of this. I don't mind, I got 464.7k, goddamn. I'm gonna make a... Should see if I can make something for like 1,000,000 channel points. What would I make 1,000,000 channel points? I don't actually know. About half a star's point. Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever going to be able to catch up to Star. Star's just got too many points, and I don't have enough stuff to keep up with how much points Star gains in a stream. What I do kind of want to do though is I do like I really like how you have a lot of people with like both PNGs or with VTubers that have like the redeems that actually like interact with the model. Like you've got like the pet and you've got the like, I saw one person had like a hydrate and it literally just like pours a stream of water down on top of their character. I think it will be fun to eventually set something like that up, but I also don't imagine Star would really use that many channel points on that, so that still wouldn't be able to keep up with her just ever-increasing supply of money. I need to come up with something specifically for Star. bro. Joe, if you're here. Joe, if you're here, look. Rodent. There's a little rodent. There's a little rodent. Look at the little guy. Look how he's just standing there. He's just bouncing. I love him so much. Wait, can we... I missed it! Oh no. Let's see how close... Oh, there! He walked there. Bye, little guy! Wait. No. I want you to be in focus. Oh. He's watching. He's watching intently. This is actually really cute. Wait. No, shit. Just at the wrong time. This is just a cute screenshot. There we go. Anyway. Squealing commences. I know. He's just a little guy. Look at him be a little guy. Okay. The inner gremlin came out, I'm sorry. I wanted to do a head pat at some point. Yeah, head pat would be fun. But I like the, I'd have to actually see about how to set that up properly. I know it shouldn't be too hard, because a lot of people have it set up, and it's not like the craziest thing to set up. I just actually need to go and set it up. But I'm lazy. And the little guy so much, I know, right? It's too cute, I can't. Squealing commences. I must find out where I can scoop one up. Yeah, you can get, so gather sand. Every time, whenever you're gathering sand, you have a chance to get the egg for the rodent. Which, don't ask how this rodent comes out of an egg. No one knows, but he does. Or would you prefer that I made cursed tier lists or what I just did? I mean, TTS screaming in people's ears, I feel like is more obnoxious than a cursed tier list, but... Because a cursed tier list you can just ignore. I'm joking. Check creative. Oh. On my way. Missing the chip. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, Star, I love it. Inky. Oh, yeah, so cute. I love the chibi. Ah, the chibi. Man, Star. The amount of things I would commission you if I had the money. The amount of money I would be throwing at you if I had it to throw. God dang it. One day. One day. Love, 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 love. Love. Hello, Dambo. Good morning. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good Monday. How's it going? Yeah, no, I'm squilling. That's so cute. That is so cute, Star. Anything else needs to be sorted? Okay, we're good to go. Yeah. I love it. I love it so much. The way it should be. Sorry, I'm just responding to something. I realize now I had set this up the other day for the ad break warning, but I had not enabled it yet. I had the enabled set off. So I was wondering why it hadn't gone off during the ad break earlier, but now I realize why. So I've also fixed that real quick. So hopefully when the next ad break comes around, the bot will actually announce and warn it beforehand. Thank you for the stretch, damn, but goodness gracious, we're getting so many stretches today already. I'm all gonna be all limbered up. Oh, quick widow. Oh. And the other side. Oh, those were good stretches. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. How are we on our spool of third? We are like 2/3 of the way through. We've still got probably at least two more cut-in sessions before we actually get through this thread, man. And then, once we've got this thread done, I think we'll be stocked up enough to take it back to the ship. And bring that all home. Yeah, we'll probably, make the way back down south, stop to grab some tier 3 wood along the way, then settle back into the Meownicipality with our new supply of wood. Probably, I don't know if that's going to leave us with enough to actually make a new station yet, though. So maybe, actually, what I should probably do is we work here for a bit longer. We bring the spools of thread first back to the ship, to the skiff. Then we might go out and do some tier 3 like wood cutting around here. Stock up on a bunch of planks. And then head out. Cause yeah, I've got enough money to do that. I could look real quick about if there's any of these resources here. We have half an hour until this resets. I know I've got this at home as well for Heimlich, but I don't think we're going to get back to home in about 30 minutes. These are also a lot of more complicated tasks that you're probably not going to buy off of the market, so we probably won't get a lot of tasks done before the timer resets, but that's fine. One batch lost, or one like set loss is not too bad, because I found generally when I do the trading sessions in Talport, I end up making about like 1 to 2k. Gonna quickly. Rain has stopped again and the room is warming up because of it, so I'm gonna quickly open the window once more. Like today is going to be a constant back and forth of me opening and closing the window, man. Yeah. Also, today is not going to be as long of a stream as normal, actually. I forgot to, I don't think I mentioned, I mean, I mentioned the reason already earlier in the stream, but I didn't actually point this out yet. But yeah, today's not going to be as long of a stream because of D&D tonight. So we're probably only going to be going until about 7. So it'll only be about a 3-hour stream. Which I guess for like most people is a fairly normal stream time. For me, that's short at this point. So yeah, I wanted to make sure that when we end, it's not going to be a very long day today. But honestly, I don't think that's too big of an issue anyway. We're probably going to have very long streams tomorrow and Wednesday. Because tomorrow and Wednesday we're going to play RimWorld again. We're going to continue our RimWorld adventures, which will probably be like solid 6-hour sessions again. Which should be fun, methinks. Guy. Look how perfectly in sync we are. One thing I would like, because I remember they had this in Alpha 3, but obviously that was before they added these signs to all the stations. I think it would be really nice if the stations' graphics changed as they tiered up. Because like this station that we're at right now is a tier 5. So it's already halfway up, like the full list of tiers, but it looks exactly the same as the one that we have at our claim, that is only tier 3. And I feel like, obviously, it doesn't necessarily have to like change majorly every tier, but I feel like even some small differences between individual tiers, and then when you hit like a bigger milestone, you could make a big change, like maybe every like, I don't know, every like 3 tiers changes the main model, but then like the 2 tiers up from that big change just change like smaller details or add some additional stuff. Like the first tier of this could have these 2 tables and like the spools, and then 1 tier up could add a bunch of like smaller spools and some cloth and stuff, and then another one could add like some tarps and things stacked around it, you know, just to give you some like visual evolution alongside your actual upgrades. I think that would be pretty fun. Our tailoring's up to level 39 already. God dang. So we'll be able to bring it up to 40. At which point we would technically be able to upgrade the scissors twice all the way up to tier 4. I think what I want to try and do is like something along those lines. Start getting all of the professions up to 40 so that I can get all of the tools up to tier 4. Because especially trying to at least get a bunch of them up to rare will make life so much easier. Because the +4 is such a big power increase, honestly. 4 tiers worth of power increase. The combination of rare and uncommon being 7 tiers in total, or 7 power in total, is crazy. So I'm hoping, especially for the bow, it would be really nice to get the bow up to a rare. To get the hunting power like really boosted. To just make hunting easier. I will say, honestly, I don't hate hunting anymore. With the addition of WASD, like WASD movement, while I think for the majority of gameplay, I still use the basic like click to move stuff. Specifically when it comes to hunting, WASD makes it, at least for me, a lot more fun and a lot easier to like corral the animals into like one spot. Because you can like make a lot of smaller micro adjustments in your movement while your character is still shooting the bow at like whichever animal you're hunting. So you can really like perfectly tie them into one area, and you can even like sort of run circles around them so they don't really move much if you've already got them in the spot but you haven't killed them yet. Oh my god, look at him hop! Did you see the little guy hop past? The little rodent was hopping, bro. That was so cute. What the hell? Squealing. Absolutely squealing. Look at him just chilling there in the grass. Just being a little guy. There's another one over there. Oh, are they two different ones? They are. This one's like sort of an ashy gray. This one's more of like a sandy color. Cute. We also need to start hunting for these little guys. Might have to go on a sand gathering adventure soon. Because at first I thought, well, because I've been doing like the trading and stuff to earn some more money, at first I thought what I might just do is buy some of the eggs or the little guys off of the market. But my goodness, they're expensive. I think in most places right now, they're so much. Oh, sorry, it's Lucille. There. Here, I mean, look, even the cheap common ones are 1.5 to 2K. Here, right. There we go. Here, look. These ones are 1.5 for beige, 2K for brown, 3K for beige, 4K for brown, 50K for light gray and brown because it's rare. Yeah, 3K for beige, 2K for brown, 85K for the legendary red Lucille. I'm pretty sure that's the black one and that's the red one, but maybe the icon's just the wrong, has been accidentally swapped between them. But yeah, the black and the red Lucilles are like, they're 65K. Like, these guys are not cheap. I don't know if people are actually buying them for these prices, let's be real. There's a green and black one. He's epic for 30K. There's a purple one for 4K, chat. It's only an uncommon. I'm gonna try and get the purple Lucille. But yeah. There's a lot of them, guys, but I think we definitely should go get them through digging and not trying to, like, buy them. Because, goodness gracious, that's expensive. I don't have that kind of money. Or at least I don't want to spend that kind of money on the little rodent. When we can get eggs and gamba. Why would we buy when we can gamba? Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I can use. I wish. So you've got like the little code thingies here that you're able to turn on. Some of the like the F keys to like turn on certain little debug things. I really like that you've got this one over here to show off like the tiles and your coordinates and your region currently. But I do wish I could turn this top bit on without turning this cursor bit on. Or like toggle the cursor bit on and off while keeping the top bit on. Because the cursor bit's nice to like count tiles and check areas and like what's part of the main, like what's part of a single big hex. But It's fun to like have your coordinates and stuff visible on screen at all times. That would be nice. Little guy sleeping with his eyes wide open. That's terrifying. Just gonna dig all the sand, collect them all. Gotta dig them all. Exactly. We did it. 305 spools. And all of that only takes up this much. That was like 2 full wagons worth of plant fibers, and it's only like half an inventory of actual space. It's crazy. Oh, store you in the skiff. And then I think I'm gonna go on a logging adventure. Chop down some trees. Let's collect our personal cash. Let's swap out our gear again. Put that gear back in the vault. And then what I want to look for is resources. I'm going to assume we don't have spruce around here, so we want large fallen trees. Go into the wilds. There's one. And there's a jackal. Smack him. Smack him. There's Owl. Little Owl is just really slow today, it seems. He's just a slow little guy. Okay, let's set the wagon up. Really? Another jackal spawned immediately after we killed that guy? Go away. Schmeck. 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 Bad dog. Can I smack that dog? Can I smack that dog? The answer was yes. I could indeed smack that dog. doot. How much? Honestly, we could probably stock a decent amount of these trunks. What I'll probably do is use the wagon. To bring this back to the claim. Put down the cash, process it. Or no, put down the cash, put it in, probably go back out, collect another stack of the wagon at least. And then go back to the claim, process it all. Depending how many trunks we actually get from this tree, that is, of course. But I'd like to try and actually stock us up, like, proper. So that we don't have to do, like, a bunch of trips back and forth. So I think today... I'm trying to think, yeah. For today, I think what I'll try to do at least is get us, most of the stuff set up. Yeah. Nambo, thank you for the hydrate. Remember chat if I have to hydrate, then so do you, so you better drink some water. Or else. Yeah. People in the region chat are only just finding out that this saline EXP has been disabled. The saline and taming EXP that they were giving us, like, just a small trickle of while moving around when you were on your boat or on an animal, they've disabled it now because people were using macros to just constantly move around and farm XP, which is against the terms. So now because they went and did that, the devs went and shut that down and disabled the XP gain until people But yeah, it's always the few that end up ruining the fun for the rest, sadly. Okay. Okay. Rubbish, hopefully yeah, no, they said it's a temporary disable. They've temporarily disabled it while they can like go around, figure out who's all been like using macros and AFK farming EXP like that. And then like disable them, like punish them, and then it's gonna be re-enabled, so. We'll get it back, we just have to wait for a little bit. I forgot how much health these giant trees actually have. And they have it twice over too. Because first, once you're done with the fallen tree, you actually get the trunk is left over and you can chop that a second time. Someone just said in the region chat, the game is so chill, it's like the video game version of Xanax. Oh my. There are some scarily dark clouds outside. Goddamn. There's a cloud outside my window right now that's like black. Like I've seen dark, like I've seen gray clouds before, but this one is very dark. It looks like smog almost. It's crazy. It's crazy. I hope that means we're gonna get a nice big storm soon. That would be really fun. I love storms, bro. I freaking, oh. There is, in my opinion, there are very few things as good as stormy weather when you're inside. Like, oh. I don't know what it is, but it always got me, even as a little kid, it always got me excited. Like, when I was growing up in South Africa, sometimes we would get, because we were on the coast, so sometimes we would get really intense, like, storms. Never, like, super serious, but they would be very, like, strong wind, like, lots of rain and lightning and thunder, and, like, you'd see the lightning striking out at sea, because we had, like, a sea view from the house, because we were at the top of a hill. And I would remember I'd sit, at the front deck, like over with where we had like a small like roofing kind of over it. So you were outside but with a little roof over it to block, like that would keep you covered from the rain and stuff. And I just sit there and watch the rain fall. As like a 6-year-old. It would just make, I don't know. It sparks so much joy. If we had like an awning or something like that at home here now as well in the Netherlands, I would also sit outside when it rains and just watch it rain. But we don't have it, sadly. So I can only watch from inside, from behind the window. We had a ton of rain this morning and some rumblings and yeah. Okay, we didn't have any. I didn't have any flashes, but I have heard a couple rumblings every now and then, which has gotten me excited. It should be enough stamina. Oh, there we go. That's the last trunk. Now we can bring this stuff back. And we just gotta remember that it's northwest of the gates. Fairly straight shot, so that should be good. Oh, these walls look so cool. This is what the tier, I think it's the tier 5 wall looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna want to put you over here real quick. Collect our wagon, go back out, get some more wood. Yeah, you. Wagon set up again. Let me go round 2. Chop. Hey. There you go. I'm in the cart. There we go. Let's get a nice angle on it. There you go. No, now you're inside the tree. Come on. I want to get it for a nice picture. There we go. That looks nice. D. Flavio, hello. Welcome on in. Hey, I see you're not part of an empire. How come? Just because we haven't really felt a need to. Our claim is squarely in between 2 empires. There's an empire down here. Actually, we're kind of in the between a bunch of them. But yeah, there's an empire here that's almost kind of overlapped with ours, but I don't know these people, so I have no reason to align with them. Same with like any of the other empires around us. We haven't really interacted much with any of these empires, so I don't see a reason to align with people I don't know. Oh, Jacko. Maybe at some point we can do the empire research ourselves, and we'll see if we can claim just our little island home as our own little standalone empire. Who knows? Might be funny. But for now, we're just building out our little claim. Nice and happily. Are you building a claim together with friends? Yeah, we've got a small little claim on our island. We've upgraded to tier 3 research. We researched up to tier 3 recently, and we've been working on upgrading the stations at the moment. But we've got a very small little community right now. It's not specifically just friends. Like, we're open to other people joining. But we want to just have a nice small little claim of kitty cats. Of kitty cat people, the only law is that you must wear the cat mask. After all, we are the Meownicipality for a reason. How about you? Whereabouts in the world are you situated? We are in region 4, by the way. thematic. Nice. Thank you, thank you. It's fun to play around with. And I mean, come on, the cat mask is just too cute. Look at it. Look at him go. The only thing I wish, I really, really wish, is that the awakened eyes was a pattern and not like a replacement for eyes. Because I'd want to have the awakened symbols, but I want to have the purple eyes. I wish they were separate. Maybe in the future they'll add a change to that. That would be pretty nice. But yeah. It is the best mask. Exactly, exactly. We're not biased at all. What do you mean? Ah, the tasks have reset. What do we got? We got planks and ingots. That's pretty doable. Fish oil. Ooh, the scales we might be able to do this time. Because I saw at Jida here, they sell the scales a little bit cheaper than the actual thing. These I can all do a teleport later. This probably won't do any of. This I can do a teleport later as well. Same with these. Oh, that I still have at home. Nice. I made the Lich Core Dominion Empire. We're going with a necromancy theme. Oh, that's cool. That's really sick. Sometimes I hop into streams, seeing if anyone would want to join, but I won't hassle you since it seems like you have your own thing going and know what you want. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. I appreciate you coming around. Which part of the world are you guys in, if you don't mind me asking? I don't think I've seen you here around, like... I still love Zimbabwe so much. I don't see you guys here. But yeah, no, we're not, like I said, I'm not particularly intent on creating our own empire. It might be fun, because I would like to try and, like, play around with how the empire system works. But the primary thing for me with empires is... Well, yeah, it's purely a cosmetic thing. For that reason, since there's no gameplay behind it, I'd only want to actually align, if we were to join an empire or align with an empire, I'd only want to actually align with an empire that I vibe with. Because I've already seen that there are some empires that people have pretty negative impressions of, to put it lightly. So I'd rather not throw my lot in with some random people only to hear that they're being assholes to people or something. Not that I'm saying that you would do that, but more just like the general. Top left corner of region 5. Oh, so you're sort of our neighbors, right? Because this is 5 over here. Oh, there you are. Oh, you guys are actually really close to us. Yeah, because we're right down here. You guys are right up there. That's pretty sick. I'd love to come check out your place though. Sometime maybe. Yeah, totally leaning into the whole light RP and thematic location behavior. Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah. I think that makes it a lot of fun, right? To like theme. Because especially right now with like without decorations and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to theme your settlements very well. So taking at least like the small things that you can to kind of stand out and make you like separate or like unique, I think is very fun. I've been trying to figure out some way to find like a cat motif for like paving, but I haven't been able to find a nice like motif to do for that. I mean, I've got a what I think will be a fun paving pattern just in general for the place, but yeah. We have our capital in that almost island, trying to make it into a fortress. Desolate place near a swamp, perfect for an evil. That's so sick! Oh my gosh. That sounds really sick. Oh, I'd love to come see it sometime. You said on the island, right? So, in this little, like, tidbit over here, or like on the almost island, so like here, I'm guessing. Sucks that you can't see like the claims on another region. I mean, it makes sense because otherwise I'd have to load in so much extra stuff, but yeah. We're trying to control the neighboring swamps. Hell yeah. I like that. I like the really leaning into like a theme and a like an aesthetic and like a little bit of lore, right? I think that makes it more fun, right? Especially in a sandbox game like this, you need to find the vibe that works for you. We're still kind of finding our little place in the world as cats right now, but very nice. We have our home is in the autumn forest. Down over here on this little island. We've got right here in the middle, and we're slowly expanding up and down it. It'll be fun to like turn it into... I've actually been like really enjoying the idea of like trading and stuff like that. I wanna... At some point it would be fun to maybe start setting up trade routes with other groups. For resources that they have in exchange for resources that we have in abundance. But I think before we can properly do that, we need to probably at least tier up once more to get to tier 4. Since a lot of the resources around us are like... We've got... Because we've got tier 3 animals and tier 4 animals, but then we've got tier 3 stone. Then we've also got, I think, tier 5 stone, and then tier 6 wood. So, like, a lot of the resources around us we can't even really properly process right now. But I think as we start being able to process those, it would be fun to start finding people to trade with. At least. And have some sort of, like, symbiotic relationship. You know, it's perhaps if the liches aren't opposed to it. There might be some feline and lich trade. There we go. We got more tree here. I kind of want to... I imagine building in the swamp has to be pretty tough. Oh, we've got an ad coming up. Okay. I'm gonna wait to respond to any non-sub messages until the ad is over, just like in the announcement. And I'm glad that the thing actually works. I'll see you guys on the other side of the ad. BRB. Well, not BRB. I'm still here, but I'll see you on the other side. There we go. Alright, welcome back from the ads, everybody. Hello, Joji Mill. Howdy do to you too. How's it going? How's it going? Hope you're having a good day so far. Let's fill you up. I think I'll do one more batch. Let's see, yeah, because we've still got the other tree, so I'll probably at least collect that tree. Get as much logs in, so we can take as many planks as possible home. A lot of land around here. Right. Got a dog. Fight that dog. Okay. Alright. I'm alright while I watch the stream. Oh, awesome, Dambo. I hope you have a good, lovely, creative time. I hope all the artsy thoughts flow through your mind. I'd love to see what you end up making when you're done. Alright. I kind of forgot how peaceful the actual, like, in-game music itself is, because I haven't... I haven't actually just played with the game music on for quite a while. It's so calm. So peaceful. We've got enough fission bulbs that we'll be able to probably chop down this tree. We'll bring that wood back. Then we'll process it all. And store it in store it back home. What I might actually do, because we don't need to process this all into planks here. I'll turn it into logs, yeah? And then pack the logs, take the packed logs back to the Meownicipality. Then we can process the last bit there, because at least then we'll be generating gold for the claim by doing that. Because all the experience that you generate in a claim helps increase its, like, gold and value. super. I know, right? Could just like fall asleep listening to it. There's a little owl. He's just hiding in the grass. Look at him. Look at the little guy hiding in the grass. Oh, he's sleeping. Oh, the eepy baby. He just like me for real, for real. Always sleepy. Always just an eepy little guy. Oh damn, we might actually get a lot more out of this tree than I thought. We might just end up very stacked. Got you clear, got you clear. Fix that up there. I'm curious, is the... Yeah, the category is much smaller now for Bitcraft. I saw people talking about it earlier in region chat. That there's a bunch less people like streaming it now. Which I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? It's been a hot minute at this point. The initial hype is out of the way, and now you're gonna see what the core audience looks like more. I'm curious to see how it's gonna hold. Let's go out. There's the last batch, and then we'll be done. Did it despawn? No, it's right there. Why is it not marking it? Oh. Oh wait, I didn't mark it. No, I did mark it. Yeah. Pretty sure I marked it. Weird. Did I push like a hotkey that unmarked it, maybe? There's a bunch of random sturdy wood trunks around here. Might have been from when I was chopping the tree that I wasn't paying attention. And it just like left them on the ground and I didn't notice them until now. A new one's already spawned? Dang. We could just be chopping trees. Nah, I'm gonna stop after we finish this tree, because we've got about an hour before I'm gonna end stream. I think all the coziness is starting to make me a little bit eepy myself. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's way too early in the day for me to be yawning. What the hell? The power of the cozy. How are we stocking? How are we stocking? Decently. We're also gonna have a lot of bark, which is gonna be good because we're gonna need this for leather later. Because I think that's gonna be one of our biggest trades, is leather. Since we have quite a few tier 3 and tier 4 animals that spawn around us, being able to hunt those and then sell them, sell the leather, or trade the leather out for the resources that we need, especially because leather is very expensive. You could definitely start setting up like a market around leather once we've finished the tier 3 stuff. All the EP succumbing to the cozy, right? Just gonna slowly. Alright, chat. I'm gonna turn this into an ASMR stream now. We're all just gonna slowly fall asleep. Just close your eyes with me. Listen to the cozy sound of a tree getting chopped in half. Look at the little guy hunting. Little owl's he's trying his best. You know what would be so cool? Oh, I just thought of this now. You know what would be so sick? If your pet, okay, so this would only work so long as we maintain like the small pets, like the little guys, like the owl and the rodent. But imagine if your pet could like ride, like when you're out on the water or when you're like running around with your cart or wagon, if your pet just like sits on there. Like they climb onto the wagon and they just kind of vibe on the wagon there with you while you have it out. That would be so cute, bro. That would be so cute. I would absolutely just melt on the spot for that. Not gonna lie. Okay, we're swapping to cloth now. We really don't need all the tree saps. I've got over 1,000 back home in my bank already. That will be enough. We can just chop on this side. And alright, chat. Oh, see, that's only 14,700 effort this time. That's not too bad. Or sit on our head or shoulder while we work. I think there might be a little... the owl could actually maybe do that. I think the rodent might be a little too big for that. I think they're both too big for the shoulder, but the owl could definitely probably sit on our head, I think. Okay, actually, I don't like the fact that I'm chopping the staircase. Let's at least try and make it look reasonable. What's happening here? Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think we could definitely have our owl on our head. Maybe even the rodent on our head. I don't think they would fit on the shoulders though. Look how small our shoulders are. Oh. There you go. Look at this man hard at work. Oh, wait. There we go. Now the owl is there. Now the owl is properly in frame. Look at him. True, definitely the head. The rodent could wrap around both shoulders and go sleeps. Ooh. That would be cute. That would be cute. I'm so curious to see what other little pets we get. I swear to God, if they add like a cat pet, we already know where that's gonna go. It's over. It's over. If they add a cat pet, it's over. Chat. We will get the cat. We will get every possible form of cat if they add a cat pet. It'll become the second law of the Meownicipality. The first law is the the feline mask. The second law would be have cat. Yep. Mm-hmm. Little guy's working hard. Little owl is just watching. Look at him down there. With his little feetsies. And his big ol' eyes. This backdrop is pretty cool, honestly, with all those furnaces there. Are they all... Are these all, like, the same tier? No, we've got tier 3, tier 4... Okay, so it's a bunch of tier 4, 1 tier 3, and then 2 tier 5s. Fair. Because I assume this is more what we're gonna end up having, is probably multiple of, like... Maybe we'll, like, replace the tier 2 one with the tier 3 and just do, like, 3 tier 3s. Or something. I don't know exactly yet. But we're probably gonna end up wanting to have, like, 5, 6 of each passive crafter. But since we're probably also always gonna be doing low tier stuff, having, like, 3 of them be fairly low tier, and then like some more that are a bit higher tier. Although I guess, like, your ideal would still be to ultimately have as many of them as high a tier as possible, so I don't know. I am a little concerned with the passive. I mean, obviously that's why you want to have multiple passive crafters, but like with how long the passive crafting times are going to get with the higher tiers. Because yeah, we've only done up to tier 3 so far. And the tier 3 passive stuff already takes 30 minutes. Because it went to 5, from 5 to 15 to 30. So I'm curious if T4 is just going to be like 45 minutes, which would be nice, or if it goes straight to an hour. And like what the intervals are going to be after that. Because if the duration doubles every time, then by the time you get to like 7, you're already waiting multiple hours, which would be insane. Let alone then when you get all the way up to tier 10. I hope the intervals are not that crazy. Either that or they end up adding a way to like speed up the processes a bit more. Oh shit. It's coming down again. Oh, it's not picking up the rain on the microphone. But oh my goodness. I need to go look. Give me a second. Oh, I love the downpours. I love the downpours. Oh, there's nothing better than just pouring rain, bro. That's the one thing I do love about having a room in the attic. Because I have like the actual roof immediately above me, I can actually hear the rain falling on the roof loudly, and oh, it's so good. Like I've gone downstairs before, and it's such a completely different experience when it starts raining hard. Oh, and now it's coming in the window. 1 second. How's our progress looking? Oh, we're only halfway. Oh no. Do we have... We have enough food that we'll get through it for sure. Then it'll just be a case of packing it all into to packages and then bringing that back over to the municipality, and we'll be good to go. We still also got plenty of supplies that'll hold us through for the time being. Yeah, we need to get the treasury up again, which is why I want to bring the supplies back instead of processing them completely here. Regenerate. Yeah, man. I'm thinking now as well, it might be more worthwhile trying to rarity up the tools, because I believe rare you unlock at tier 3 is a possibility. So the tier 4 tools could actually go so far as to become god damn, to become epic, I think. Yeah, epic. There we go. At epic, would have 25 tool power versus the 20 it has now. Huh? To try and convert rare to epic. Yeah, okay. You know, epic, that's a big increase, honestly. Plus 5 power from rare to epic. I'm wondering if it's better than to try and, because it's cheaper to try and get scrap of like tier 3 to get all the tier 3s up to rare, then go to tier 4, then get scrap of tier 4 to get the tier 4s up to epic, I imagine. Then getting scrap of tier 4 to get the tier 4 first up to rare and then up to epic. First thing we're going to be doing from here out, once we've got our stations down, I'm probably going to do a bunch of tier 1 and tier 2 resource gathering again, so that we can stock up on enough supplies to get everybody at least uncommons for all the work that they want to do, or like the primary jobs. Oh, and once we get to tier 5 is when we get the purple stuff. Now that's gonna be fun. So if I can get my... I think we still have to, yeah, we'd have to level to 50 before we could actually mine tier 5 stuff. But we do at least already have a tier 4 tool, which will allow us to mine tier 5 stuff. If you like the blue ones, looking forward to getting Graha tools! I mean, what? Gosh. Could you imagine? Once you like max out, you can start trying to... You could cosplay Graha. You get the red hair. I feel like this haircut is the closest one you could get to Graha, right? Of the ones available. So I feel like you'd get this hair, right? You make it red, because you can get red now. You plop on the red eyes. And then you'd have to probably play around with the outfits here to see if you can like get Graha together. Do a Graha cosplay. I was just thinking that actually. In sync. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I do like the blue tools. The blue tools look nice. They look very clean. The green ones also look very nice. I'm a little... almost a little sad. Actually, what would be really cool, I think, is if you could choose... maybe like a skin of the tool to maintain after you've like passed it. So like once you've upgraded your tool, you could have it visually show any of the tiers lower than that if you wanted to have like a specific color, you know? So like now that I've got it at tier 4, I could choose to have it visually look like a tier 1, 2, 3 or 4 axe. And then once you get to tier 5, then you could choose 5 and then so on and so forth. Because the last two tiers, 9 and 10, are just black and white. Although, I guess it depends how the pure white and the pure black tool will look. Right? I'm a little concerned the black one is gonna look kind of basic. Like, that it's just gonna end up looking sort of like Feralith. And not really be like, cool. The bright white one will probably look cool, I imagine. If it's like a bright... the thing is, it would have to be like a bright white. Because if it's too... like, it would have to be like this hair color. Like, it would have to be this color of white. Because if they did it more like this, then it... no, that's gray already, yeah. They did it any like darker, then it would just kind of look like gray. The black would need to... yeah, the black tool would need to be like super sleek color black. Otherwise, it'll just kind of look basic, I feel like. Especially after you've gone through all these fun and interesting colors. Because on the way up to there, you're gonna get green, blue, purple. You had orange, you'll get like a yellow gold. You'll get teal. And then it's like, and now black. You'll get red. Tier 6 is bright red, which I'm also really excited to see. I imagine once we actually get that far, we're probably gonna use that color, like the red color in our paving a lot as well. Because we have all of the trees around us that will give us tier 6 wood, so we could make a lot of like tier 6 like red paving. It's really cool. They all... yeah. So if you look here, you can kind of see it. So you've got the same... it's a bit harder to see now that it's dark. But you've got the same options each time for wood, stone, and... oh, it's just wood and stone paving. So look. You get them at your tier, and you can either have decorative... like, you can have bricks that are obviously made out of the bricks. You can have the gravel and cobblestone and stone that's made out of the pebbles. And then you can have the different like planks and wooden pavings. And they will each use the planks, stones, and bricks of their representative tier. And then they'll have a coloring to them that is specific to that tier. So these ones over here, these greener ones, this is like your green cobblestone, I believe. And this is the gravel. There we go. Jeez. Actually, wait, I need to put the cart down next. So now we just pack these all in together. And stock those into our cart. And this is all coming home with us. We'll be perfectly on time to like run around the Meownicipality for a little bit just before we end. So that way we don't spend the entirety of the stream away from home. But it's okay, because I think with this, we'll have collected enough wood to finish the stations that we have left. So it'll just be up to the bricks and masonry, which I think Biotic has done and made a bunch of bricks for blocks. So we might have most of the... We might be able to finish the last few stations either tonight or tomorrow. And then we'll be good to go. Oh, there's our warning. Ad break is starting in 3 minutes. Nope, come back. Select our cache again. There's the car. There's our raft. Our little skiffy. Could definitely go for more. If I wasn't ending stream soon, TM. Like not just yet, but or we are gonna start getting towards wrapping up. If I wasn't ending stream soon, I would probably just stay here and get more. Probably fill up at least a second thing of it, but let's see if we can at least get a little bit of this done. So what I like to do, because most of the time people seem to sell this stuff a good bit cheaper. Four Ferrolith ingots for 1 gold each. I'll buy all 4 for some reason. I don't know why you're selling them so cheap, but I'll take it. Oh, that Elenvar is really cheap. What the hell? Why are you selling Elenvar for so much cheaper than Imarium? What? I kind of want to buy it, but I don't have that much gold on me. Okay, wait, let me see if we can generate a bit more gold. Swim, yeah. There's not fish oil here either. Heimlich. Yeah, this one doesn't have everything as... Like, a lot of the stuff here is actually at a kind of normal price. Whereas back at the... I mean, this is still decently roasted fish, right? Let's see, roasted fish times 10. Oh, you only have 3. You don't have enough. Okay, I'm not even gonna try. I want to buy that Imarium, though, but we'll come back for it. If it's still on the market. Because at 50 bucks an ingot, that's actually really cheap. The Elenvar, sorry, I think I said Amarium, but Elenvar. Elenvar at like 55 a piece is way cheaper because the Amarium is like 80. I'm pretty sure on average. You can check your market. There you go. Elenvar ingots there, 50 bucks. There, yeah. 55 here, and then 100, around 100 plus everywhere else almost. Teleport, it's at 79, but these are definitely worth grabbing while they're there. Amarium ingots, on the other hand, you're 80, 60. Yeah. Oh, what's happening over here? What's this? Oh, that's them. No claim to look at. I love the pillar shaping to make them look different now. This is so sick. Look at that. You can now change the appearance of the pillars to help it look more like built in. So like that's actually change. It doesn't change anything about the pillar. It just changes how it looks. It'll be really fun to do something like that at ours as well eventually. Because you've got like some of them that'll turn it into like wood. So you can make like a dock area. Obviously if you've put paving down, it kind of disappears under the paving. But that way you wouldn't need to put paving everywhere. Or you can use it just to like change the appearance of like the side of the pillar and still put the paving over the top. There we go. There's another place over here. What are you? Oh yeah. The Golden Anchor. I love all these little island claims, bro. This is fun. 2 claims right on top of each other. We're like so close to each other. I mean, to be fair, we're also fairly close to another claim. But we've at least got this whole southern area to expand into while they can like take over up here if they want to. But this does seem to be a solo person claim, so it's also a question of how long will they actually stay there. But yeah. Look, person. Manual guy. Look how pretty. Does the screenshot mode still leave us behind? It does. Bye bye. Well, bye now. Bye. Bye bye now. Bye. It's kind of fun actually, just leaving the camera behind. Could actually make a really fun little like clip out of that. Oh, okay, we've gone too far. Oh god. The world was despawning behind us. Pretty tree. What I'd like to do, because that big white wisteria tree It's a big tier 10 tree. I would love... I can't remember. I believe it's to the north of us for a bit. A little bit north of our claim currently. But I would love to be able to incorporate that one into... into our claim at some point. Like, it would be cool if we could, like, build houses near to it or something like that. Like, we've got a nice, really pretty place. We'll see it as we start getting back towards the Meownicipality. We'll be super pretty. I know. Love it. It's such a pretty looking tree. Either that, or I hope we're able to get, like, the sapling seeds of it so that we could grow it ourselves. Because, like, if we could grow one ourselves and then we could just put it exactly where we want, that would be perfect. Like, obviously, before we'd able to get the sapling, you'd have to be able to chop a tier 10 tree in order to get a tier 10 tree sapling. But if it were to give us that option, I would not say no. There's another big tree over there. Here we go. We're returning home. That's a big one over there. There was another big... Oh, here it is. See, there he is. Okay. There, look at the big, pretty tree over there. So yeah, it is to the north of us. So we'd have to expand northwards before we would be able to incorporate it into our home, but if we're able to, it will be very fun. Wait, no, wrong thing. We need the, not the wagon. I need the cart. Because we need the actual small inventory space. Something so chill about sailing on the sea with the pretty sky. I know, right? Ugh, they just did such a good job. Collect our skiff. And chat. As you'll see on screen in just a minute. Welcome home. Welcome back to the Meownicipality. We've done some work. As you can see, we're starting to get a wall up to protect us from the creatures to the south. Let me see here. Okay. I'm gonna add these. Into there. claim thing is... Oh, do you mean this? No, this is the bank. We now have a bank just like in the ancient towns. Yeah, no. This is the center, the claims center still. Yeah. This, I believe, will continue to get bigger as we go up in tiers, though. So, who knows? Who knows? I believe, because it has either a 1 tile around it or a 2 tile around it radius that you're not able to build in. Like here. Yeah, 2 tiles around this guy. You're not able to build in. So, I'm assuming that it's going to get pretty big if it's blocking that much space around it. Or at least somewhat elaborate. But we'll have to wait and see. Now... let's bring you over to here. God damn. That was a lot more than I thought. We definitely need to start making more space. Yeah, so if anyone logs on, please feel free to help turn some of these spools of thread into cloth strips so we have some space again. What I might do... I'm gonna take the fish out of here. If you want the fish, just let me know, because then we can at least still put the cloth strips back in. And I will deliver the fish to you if you needs it. I'll probably make the other thing that we're gonna do once we get the stations up, right? Then we can start working on some new storage. Alright, I do need to actually unpack the logs. We'll get one more because that's an easy Okay, now will you let me unpack it? Thank you. We'll get this started. But yeah, the bank's super helpful because now we've got somewhere where we can store our stuff without it having to be inside, like in our personal cache. So you can actually take your personal cache around with you to wherever you're doing like a project, instead of needing it as like general storage. Yeah, we've got over here. Ugh, I can't look at those stations right now, so that's unfortunate. Over here, we've got the few stations we're still working on. As you can see, we have a wall that's being formed on the south side. And what I was thinking of doing is these pillars on the end here, these two, I'm thinking we can raise those up a bit and then put bonfires on them as sort of part of the wall, as like a raised terrain. And then we'll have basically a barrier on this on the south side, and then we can start working on the north side a bit. It's gonna be a bit harder because there is a lot of higher tier stuff to the north, but I think we should be able to work our way around some of it. Now that I look at it, we actually have a lot of tier 6 things. Right? We've got the tier 6 wood. We've got the tier 6 stone. We've got the tier 6 fibers. We have tier 7 clay though. Interesting. We've got tier 6 for wood, stone, and fiber around us. That's going to be pretty nice when we actually get to that tier. Because those are the 3 that you need for the stations. So I guess, like, our big thing is going to be having a lot of tier 6 stations when we get to that tier. Because the main materials for every station is, yeah, the wood, the fibers / rope, and the stone. Nice. We're gonna have to import a bunch of materials for the tiers between now and 6. But hey, once we get to tier 6, it'll be much easier to upgrade our base. There's drama happening in region chat. We're just gonna ignore that. Yeah. With our little project underway here, I think we are gonna bring the stream to an end, cutie patooties. Dambo, thank you for the hydrate. I hope your art is coming along well. Remember, chat, if I have to hydrate, then so do you. So you better drink some water right now. Or else. But yeah, now that we're kind of closing off for today. I know we're ending a lot earlier than we normally would, but it's just one of those days. Today I've got plans for tonight, so we're gonna have to close off. But while I start looking for somebody for us to go raid into and to close off the YouTube stream, I want to make sure that you guys know that whether you're here for a minute, whether you're here for the whole stream, whether you were lurking, chatting, or anything in between, you are appreciated and you are loved. Let us no, we'll stay on this screen while we're raiding out, I think. Here, enjoy just the peace and quiet of a sawing kitty being watched by a big scary robot man. Okay. Thank you for the cozy stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. I know it was a lot lower energy stream than what we normally do, so I'm glad you guys still hung out and vibed with me. What are we thinking? Will we raid into a friend or do we raid into another bitcrafter? Who is alive? I made a wing design for Ooh, that sounds fun. Oh good, I'll try to make lots of Yeah, no rush, no rush. Remember, the main point of this entire game is to be cozy and have a good vibe. Please, no matter what, do not feel pressured to do something. Because at that point, the game loses its entire meaning. Like, feel free to contribute when you can, but don't try to like go out of your way to do it when you can't or when you don't want to. By like no means I want anyone to feel like they have to be doing stuff and adding to, like, even like when we're doing a communal project like this, I don't want you to feel like you have to be contributing to it if you don't want to, or because you want to like work on some of your own projects. You should always do that, because if you start forcing yourself to do stuff, you're just gonna burn out on the game, and then you're not gonna have fun.
Senny and Ruby are cutie patooties.
Thank you, Nether. So is Nether. Nether is also a cutie patootie. But yeah, so you don't wanna burn yourself out on the game. You wanna have good vibes with it. So yeah, I'll see if I'm still conscious after foods. Exactly. Alright. Anyway, I'm gonna close off the YouTube side of the stream. So thank you for hanging out on the YouTube side. You are very much appreciated. I hope you had fun. We're gonna go raid somebody here in Twitch. And we'll see you again tomorrow for some Rhyme World action. Bye-bye, YouTube.